The way Bruce Lee executed and taught me how to fire his forward hand straight punch is by far the fastest technique in martial arts. Keep in mind that he was a much better puncher than he was a kicker. His kicks tended to lack extension on contact, and in his style, the recovery from a kick was not emphasized. JKD-type kicking attacks left the back door open for a counter, and this style never turned their opponent before they closed the door with a kick. His mindset, using appropriate pre-consciousness, and his skills at using independent motion, a broken rhythm-type trigger squeeze, made it impossible for any opponent to detect his well-timed punching attacks. I know because I have stood toe-to-toe in front of the fastest fighters in the world, and Bruce executed with the sharpest educated mental attributes and the quickest lead hand punch of all. One principle, the top three principles which Bruce emphasized most for fighters were distancing, relaxed explosiveness, and movement, often referred to as rhythm. Although many of his students talk about broken rhythm, few understood what this really meant, and almost no one could execute using it. I never saw anyone who could. His indirect angular attack theory, progressive indirect attack, was primarily used to level the playing field when two equally and highly skilled combatants were engaged. As in the sport of boxing, this faking type movement pattern is used as a last resort to disrupt the other's timing. Again, the problem here was that few students ever developed effective faking skills necessary to use this principle. Head, body, and foot rhythm have always been the major weakness with martial art practitioners. This rhythm principle, usually called movement, is used in all tactics. It is the most important attribute of any strategy, both defensively and offensively. The two ultimate principles which are the most useful in combat are distancing and controlling the set point. Each of these requires the effective use of movement. These movement skills are the best way to control any opponent, either to take away his best technique or to challenge his will to fight. Bruce and I used to study the movement skills of Willie Pep, Sugar Ray Robinson, and of course the great Muhammad Ali.